All right, check out our new sponsor, Greenwood Stocks. They want you to know how to be able to trade stocks and be your own boss and be free to travel the world by making passive income. We all need that passive income from stock market. What are you waiting for? Call or text 281-760-3170. If you didn't catch that, that's on your screen. Or check them out at social media, Greenwood Stocks, and catch them at Gmail, greenwoodstocktrading at Gmail, and the YouTube channel is Greenwood Stocks. Appreciate them for giving me the opportunity. Check them out. We out.
All right, man. The NFL announced who's going to be on the halftime show this Sunday. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Hit that thumbs up button for me for sure. And share with somebody you love. So they announced that Snoop Dogg, Dr.Dre, Eminem, and Kendrick Lamar is going to be on the Super Bowl halftime menu. Okay, people, do you know what this means? They trying to win back the black viewership. Now, usually black people tend to forgive. They tend to forgive, right, and forget quicker than they forgive, right? So that's kind of the mantra there, or whatever you want to call it. That's just what it is. They know black people eventually gonna come back to the well, eventually, and their viewership hasn't progressed like it usually does progress. And I don't know when they signed a new TV contract, but I know they signed a TV contract not too long ago. So I know they got to deliver big numbers. One year they got $250 million before snap, or the offseason even really kicked off for TV money. So they had $250 million already up. So when people talk about players making too much money, you got billionaires who are billionaires in other aspects of life. It's of investing in real estate, entrepreneur, whatever they are, and then they come and make billions of dollars off the sport, right? So I can't really complain about the players. We talking about the owners. Their hobby is $1 billion hobby. They get $250 million before a ticket is sold, before a pop is slang, for popcorn or jersey sale. They get $250 million. And if a jersey is sold with their logo on it, they get money off of that. If a shoe is sold with their logo, they get money off that. Don't matter. They get money. They split the revenue through, what is it? You got what? North, south, east, west. It's 32 teams, right? You got 32 teams, and they split whatever. So they get $250 million. So they get 4 quarters in the division. That's $1 billion. So think about it. In the NFC, they got $4 billion in TV money off the rip before the off season even start. In the AFC, they get another $4 billion. So $8 million is being dispersed to the teams before a ticket is sold, before whatever it may be, a season ticket, high rise, before suite is being slain, whatever it may be. You think about it, they're making $1 billion off 16 games. To me, that's crazy. Imagine if they can sling imagine if the NFL can have as many games as Major League Baseball or just the NBA. Imagine if that was possible somehow. You're talking about a multi-trillion-dollar business. But they ain't gonna have Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and so on. So, and what black people probably don't understand is they trying to get the rest of the viewership back. Now, people say, well, the Kaepernick thing has been dead. Well, hold on. The Kaepernick thing has been it's been dead, or whatever it may be. It's been gone. Okay. But there is a large number of people who still hasn't come back and watched. And their numbers have not crept up to the anticipated number like they thought it was going to creep up to. So with them remember Eminem said he won $3 million one year to perform, and Roger Goodell moved on. This is to get the black viewership back. This is what this is. Beyonce is pretty safe. Prince was pretty safe. Bruno Mars is safe. But to put Dr. Dre up there, I'm surprised they're not going to pull receipts on what Dre done in his past. To put Kendrick Lamar, somebody that has a nice type of agenda. His music means something. He's one of the few artists still out, a few black rappers that's still out, a few hip-hop artists that's out that still got a message to the kids. Okay, you talking about Mary J. Blige? I'm surprised they don't pull up her past. Right? And Jay-Z made this happen. You see Rock Nation right here? Rock Nation. Jay-Z has made this happen. Okay? So credit to Jay, but you know what? Out of all the black artists up there, they had to have a white one up there. You couldn't just have Kendrick, Snoop, J. Cole, Mary J. Blige, Dr.Dre. You couldn't just have that. You couldn't have it. They had it on Eminem. You know why Eminem? Let's talk about Eminem for a minute. You know why Eminem wanted to drop his demand for $3 million unless they gave it to him? You know why he dropped his demand? Because Eminem is musically irrelevant. And that's perfectly normal. You're not gonna be LL or Jay-Z. That's perfectly normal to be musically irrelevant right now. After as many records that he slung throughout his career and the longevity that he has since the late 90s through the 2000s, even through some of the 2010s, he's been very, very relevant. But right now, you know, the NFL can boost his relevance and his streams and music sales. They can boost all that up right now. So now Eminem has something to gain in halftime. Before, whenever they asked him, he had nothing to gain. Now he has something to gain, right? And also Kendrick should be dropping an album right now, so that's why he probably up there. Mary J. Blige she kind of the retro. She's probably, when you think about 90s R&B, you probably, she probably on the list. What the 411 is right there. Maybe she bring up Method Man. Who knows? Then you go right after her. It's probably like Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. They are in the 90s. Luther Vandross. All right. Then you talk about Snoop Dogg. He had great albums in the 90s. He had one of the greatest rap albums in the 90s. Then in 2000, he had some really good albums. The Dogfather. What was the other one? Was it the Dogfather? Oh man, I forget the other one. I think it was one of them. He was with No Limit. Was like his second best. Hold on. It was like his second best album. Excuse me. Hold on. I want to get this right. But R&B, Rhythm and Gangster, that was one of my favorite Snoop Dogg albums for sure. That shit was fire, bro. So I think it was the Dogfather, or the Last Meal. I think it was the Last Meal. Either the Last Meal. I think it was the Last Meal. I think the Last Meal. Yeah, it was the Last Meal. He got blue. He had some. He been relevant, and now he's syndicated even more. He threw out, music or television, whatever you say. He's syndicated everywhere. So, I mean, to me, if you ask me to rank these as far as how I want to see them, as performers, it's probably gonna be Kendrick, Mary J. Blige. They probably top and first for me. Snoop and Dre is second, and then I don't have no use to see Eminem. His music aged like bananas, and people hate that I say that, but it's absolutely true. His music aged like bananas. Okay, it do. So that's just my humble opinion. All right. But like I said before, they trying to get the black viewership and the black dollar back in the NFL, and they not gonna verbally say it. They're not gonna verbally say it. Okay. They're not gonna verbally say it. They're gonna say it like they're gonna subliminally say it by giving you the inventors of the one of the inventors of gangster rap, and the one who helped syndicate gangster rap inventor is Dr. Dre, and the syndicator, if that's a word, I think it is, the syndicator in Snoop Dogg, or one of the big syndicators of West Coast gangster rapper Snoop Dogg. Right, and then also this is their apology to black people and to get them back watching the NFL. And Kendrick, somebody that's not ignorant, that's speaking. Kendrick, somebody who's speaking positivity. Now they went up there with let's just say get some old artists. They went in there with some older artists, like I can't really think, just still ignorant on. I can't really think of none right now, but and cool, But like I said before, man, this is their apology to get black people back in the NFL. If they didn't care about us, they wouldn't put this lineup up here. Now is Eminem the token guy up here? Yeah, absolutely. But for Eminem, he got something to gain now. So if it didn't benefit Eminem none, he was still hot like he was in 2000, right? And if he was still hot like he was in 2000, he wouldn't do this. Eminem need to boost his relevance up, and just like everybody else up here. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick need to boost his relevance up for his album that being so. This is an apology to black people to come back to the National Football League and watch. They're not gonna come out and say they admit they was wrong. This is the perfect time. There's Brian calling out Kaepernick, right? If you can see that, go look that up. It was on Chad Johnson. Who was it? Chad Johnson and Channing and they had Deion. I forget what it's called. I'm an athlete. I think that's what it's called. This is their way of apologizing to black people. Okay. This is a way of saying we messed up, we was wrong, you matter, but they're not gonna come out and say that. We missed the black dollar. This is what this is. And maybe black people would have bought it more if Eminem. Well, they're gonna buy into it. Maybe Eminem wasn't up there, but when they got have a whole song with him saying the N-word and black women ain't nothing. And black women sit here and they say, "Oh, he's apologized," but black men been apologizing, and they didn't extend the olive branch leaf and try to take care of their kids and make you a queen, and y'all don't accept our apology. That's what I say, man. Black people got to get over the barrier of racial issues inside of the black community. By how they treat white people better than they treat each other. We got to get over that barrier first. But the NFL is extending a large olive branch leaf and saying, "Yo, you know what? We messed up. We apologize. Here go y'all halftime show." This is what this is. And if you don't see it, man, I don't know what to say. I don't know where you living in. You must be living in a sandbox, or as you call that, the TV we was coming up. You must be living in another universe that we don't know about. But this is exactly what it is. It's an apology to black people, and come back and watch the NFL. It's the ultimate apology to them. Ultimate apology is giving us a halftime show and issue an apology and tell us that they matter, but they tell you don't matter. You're responsible for trillions of dollars in the economy every year. Okay, you're responsible for shit to get bought at the mall. You're responsible for stuff to get bought at the streaming music, and they know we matter. And this is their way of apologizing. So let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel on my social media link subscription. I appreciate it. Reach out when I advertise channel, be a chop it up. I want to make a financial donation. Shout out to Vinny for making one right today. Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate. Thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the love, support. Check out the NFL Current News playlist, the music entertainment playlist. Appreciate the love, support. Let us hear y'all in the comment section. Peace.